Top 10 Netflix movies. Netflix is one of the best streaming services with a large number of excellent original films. But so far, what have been some of their best films of 2021? Let's find out. Hey guys, welcome to our one entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where you'll watch the top 10s. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video. Netflix dominates the streaming competition thanks to its extensive library of original films, which includes Oscar winners such as Roma and Mank. Netflix continued to release excellent films in 2021, including a number of noteworthy comedies and dramas. So, starting with number 10. Number 10. Most emotional exhausting movies, Malcolm and Marie, starring Zendaya and John David Washington, is definitely worth a watch if you are into romance and drama. The film was released back in 2021 and became a major hit with a score of 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. In Malcolm and Marie, the titular couple returns home after attending the premiere of Malcolm's film, which is inspired by Marie's darker past. Instead of a night of celebration, they spend the entire night debating the merits of the relationship and debating whether it is worth it. The romantic drama from Sam Levinson explores the highs and lows of a complex and flawed relationship. Despite some screenplay issues and over-the-top dialogue, the film is well made, with black and white cinematography and a single location to focus on the couple's anger and frustration. John David Washington and Zendaya deliver a powerful and spectacular performance that maintains momentum throughout the movie. Number 9. A 2021 American teen slasher, Fear Street Part 2, 1978, is directed by Lee Janaik, with a script co-written by Janaik and Zach Olkowicz. The film manages to be a sweet coming-of-age story and a fun, gory, and spooky ghost story all at once. This slasher series follows a group of Shadyside residents as they attempt to break the curse that has been placed on them. Fear Street Part 2, 1978 flashbacks to C. Berman's survival and the heartbreaking loss of her older sister during the 1978 murder spree at Camp Nightwing. The sequel is bloodier, more exciting, and more emotional than the first, and it harkens back to the nostalgia of classic slasher films from the 1970s. It also emphasizes the chemistry between characters such as Ziggy and Cindy, whose story, despite their predetermined fate, gives the audience hope. It's a fantastic addition to the trilogy's storytelling, and the cast delivers incredible performances, so it's no surprise that Part 2 is the best of the three. Number 8. Released in 2021, during the COVID lockdown, Penguin Bloom generated $5.9 million in the box office. Director Glendon Ivan has given a touch of inspiration to the movie for all the young viewers, and it earned a score of 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. Penguin Bloom is based on Cameron Bloom and Bradley Trevor Greaves' novel of the same name. Sean Grant and Harry Cripps wrote a subtly moving screenplay, and Glendon Ivan directed the inspiring story. The story is based on the true events of real Sam Bloom, which adds to the story's inspirational quality. Let's look at how this film affects viewers by focusing on a seemingly harmless creature. Samantha Bloom is paralyzed after an accident, which brings tragedy to the Bloom family. Soon after, the family welcomes an injured magpie into their home, which has a profound impact on their lives. Penguin Bloom is a touching film based on a true story about a family's resilience and survival following a tragic accident. It tells the story of a magpie's adoption and growth through emotional and inspirational storytelling. The film's highlight is Naomi Watts' performance as Samantha Bloom, which is both spectacular and moving. Number 7. A beautiful and heart-wrenching conclusion to Guillermo del Toro's Tales of Arcadia saga, Trollhunters: Rise of the Titans is a recommended watch for all of the animation movie fans. With a score of 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, the film has its virtual glories and kick-butt imagination filled with lots of humor. Trollhunters: Rise of the Titans is the final installment in the Tales of Arcadia series. When the Arcane Order has reawakened the Titans, the Guardians of Arcadia prepare for their final battle together. Despite the fact that the film isn't the best in the series, it still depicts high-stakes battles with stunning visuals and the storytelling of an epic adventure that is sufficient to bring the series to a close. It brings everything from the series together and concludes with an intriguing plot twist. Number 6. This complex and sensitive portrayal of the quagmire around a government fund to compensate victims of 9/11 is bolstered by excellent casting and a measured pace in the movie Worth. The quiet force of Worth lies in its rendering of suffering of every single person involved and it has earned a score of 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. Kenneth Feinberg, an attorney, accepts the impossible task of calculating the value of life in order to compensate families who have lost their loved ones. Charles Wolfe, a husband who lost his wife in the attacks, organizes a community to criticize their efforts and is cynical about his intentions, posing a challenge to him. This biopic looks at how the family's initial frustrations turn into compassion, sympathy, and a sense of community. Given the sensitive nature of the story, it highlights the journey of becoming more righteous rather than simply doing a job, allowing this powerful drama to end on a hopeful and humane note. Number 5. A Netflix original from 2020, Piece of a Woman, features Vanessa Kirby, who has been nominated as the Best Actress, and Shia LaBeouf. It is an intense, emotional, raw movie filled with grief and anger, earning a score of 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. When a young woman loses her baby, she experiences grief. She tries to move on, but it only makes her relationships with her loved ones worse. Pieces of a Woman opens with a powerful and emotional birth scene that gradually transitions into the aftermath and follows Martha Weiss's journey to forgiveness and acceptance. As the film progresses, viewers become sympathetic to the character's struggle to cope with the grief of losing a child. Vanessa Kirby's performance as the lead character is both powerful and stunning, earning her an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. Number 4. Based on Aravind 2008 Booker Prize-winning novel, The White Tiger is a literary adaptation that's a must-watch. Written and directed by Raymond Bahrani, earning a score of 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. The White Tiger tells the story of an astute and ambitious Indian driver who is trying to break free from poverty when he is betrayed by a couple. He defies the establishment and establishes himself as a wealthy businessman. The stork refers to Ashok's father, a tyrannical landowner who thrived on corruption and the hard-earned income of poor villagers, while bribing politicians to avoid paying taxes. Animal imagery and symbolism are used in The White Tiger to characterize the various types of people who exist in the world of privilege, which is a lens through which the titular character interprets the world. Moreover, The White Tiger is a thrilling story with a sense of humor. It explores themes of class conflict and individual struggles to overcome inequality. The film is outstanding, with several plot twists and outstanding performances from the cast, particularly Adarsh Gaurav. The White Tiger was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. Number 3. The true story of an event which is dramatized in a new Netflix film titled The Dig. Directed by Simone Stone, the film is based on a 2007 book of the same name by John Preston. An excavator and his team are digging through the grounds of a wealthy landowner's property when they come across a wooden ship from the Middle Ages in The Dig. One of the best films about archaeologists and hidden treasures is The Dig. It's a visually appealing film that captures the beauty of the countryside, while also telling a moving story about the treasures of Sutton Hoo. In this educational and touching film, Ralph Fiennes and Carey Mulligan, of course, deliver a charming and brilliant performance. However, the film has received some criticism, particularly from the casting of Carey Mulligan in the role of wealthy widow Edith Pretty, which was originally intended for Nicole Kidman. When the 53-year-old Australian actress backed out of the project, Carey, 35, stepped in to fill the space. Many viewers pointed out on Twitter that Edith was in her mid-50s at the time of the excavation in 1939, making her older than Basil Brown, the archaeologist played by Ralph Fiennes in the film. Gosh, what a missed opportunity to cast an age-appropriate actor to play the 55-year-old Edith Pretty, instead of the lovely but definitely in her early 30s Carey Mulligan, one viewer tweeted. Number 2. Released in 2021, Wish Dragon has been a staple of the Netflix top 10 since its debut, with a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is somehow a modern version of Aladdin that kids and adults would enjoy. In the release trailer, a fuzzy pink and purple dragon with wish-granting abilities bursts out of a teapot and meets Din, a delivery person and college student, right away. Long, the magical dragon, who has been trapped in the teapot for 1,000 years, is determined to grant 3 of Din's wishes. Din's greatest wish is to reunite with Lena, his childhood best friend. Wish Dragon is similar to a modern-day Aladdin, but it includes more humor and Chinese culture in its lighthearted story. The film is entertaining and exciting, making it suitable for both families and children to watch. Number 1. A kid-friendly animated adventure film, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, hit Netflix in April 2021, and it features the voices of Abby Jacobson, Danny McBride, Maya Rudolph, and Michael Rianda. who also directed and co-wrote the movie. Critics and audiences praised The Mitchells vs. the Machines for its refreshing story of a family renewing their bond while saving the world. It's a well-written and beautifully animated film that's funny, touching, and entertaining, with a heartwarming story and aesthetics that everyone can enjoy. The Mitchells vs. the Machines attempts to explore the benefits and drawbacks of technology before Katie Mitchell begins her new chapter in college. The Mitchell family takes one last road trip as a family. However, their vacation takes a detour when they are chosen to be the humanity's last line of defense against a robot invasion. The narrative, on the whole, is a messy ride, with a gadget geek daughter and a technologically challenged father keeping the perspective balanced. In the end, however, what matters is how much a story about acceptance moves you. Perhaps it has no effect on you and simply passes you by, but if you consider its true meaning, you'll develop a strong bond with this movie and won't forget it. We hope you liked this video. If so, hit the like button and share it with your loved ones. If you have any questions or comments, let us know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing videos. You can also watch our other videos suggested just for you. See you in the next video.